Hi, Roblox. Good morning. How are you? You're first. You know what that means, Roblox? You get a gift. Oopsies. Sorry. I'm good. How are you? I just woke up. I'm getting ready to get my... Oh, shit. Getting ready to get my living room demolished today. I have to have a wall demolished. No, I don't work. You guys, I don't have a job. This is my job. Streaming is my paid job. I'm a housewife, so I don't have a job, you guys. That's the whole premise to my channel, is that I'm a housewife and I do this most of the time. So we're just waking up. It's early because we have workmen coming in an hour. So I wanted to show you guys my empty room, my dilapidated wall before they come. So we'll get up and do that in a second. Hi, Corn. You're beautiful. Well, we're about to do a wake and bake, and I just woke up. So if you think I'm beautiful, I love you. You are amazing. Thank you for thinking so. How much money do you get from YouTube? Well, last month I got 250. This month I will get 150. It depends on how much I create, how much donations I get, and what I'm putting out. Usually my live streams make the most money. I do make a lot of shorts and videos, but the reason I'm doing that, you guys, is because I'm documenting my life on YouTube. I'm posting every single day and documenting my life, and this is my life diary. So that's what you're watching. And if I can get paid for it, why the fuck not, right? I'm not insane. Let's get some money in my pocket. As I said, I don't have a job. My husband works very hard so that I don't have to. So if I can get a little extra pocket money in here just from streaming for you guys, why not do it, right? Ooh, the kitty's going crazy out there. So we're going to light a candle. I look like the mom from the Taxi movie. Wow. I don't know who that is. What is the Taxi movie? Hi, Masterless. A lot of people tell me I look like their mother. Which is fine for me. That's my age, you guys. I am 56. I was born in 1969, and I am Generation X. But I am no one's mother. That being said, I worked very hard in my life to not have children. I'm not a mom, and I didn't want to be a mom. So there's that. Sean Belieber, you're awful early asking for the radio, aren't you? Oh, that Taxi. I know, I'm aware of the movie. I wonder which actress you're telling me I look like. 1969, that sounds boomer. Absolutely not. That is Generation X, my friend. My mother was a boomer. I'm not that old. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you in chat. How are you? Jimmy Fallon's mom. I'm going to have to look that up. I look 38. Thank you. I'm 56. I also have no makeup on. I also have no filter on. I also refuse to ever do anything to my looks, like color my hair, get Botox, get fillers, anything like that. I am natural and I'll be aging naturally. My favorite car. Well, if I had to choose any car in the world to drive, a Bentley. I aim small for things. The boobies, you like my boobies? Thank you. I appreciate it. I like them too. You love my red hair? Thank you. This is natural. This is my natural color. I am a natural redhead and I don't dye this. I don't tint it. I don't do anything. This is virgin hair. I also have the MC1R gene, which means I am a real natural redhead. Drink water and smoke weed. Well, I don't have any water, but I do have ginger ale. So cheers to you, YouTubers. We're gonna smoke. You guys ready to do a little bit of a wake and bake with me? Want to do a bakey poo? My house is in an uproar, and I can't get anything accomplished today. I love Cleveland. Yes, I have green eyes. Well, they're a little reptilian. Sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're green, sometimes they're hazel. I'd say today they're green. What is my vagina? My vagina is a vagina. Strange question about my vagina. I mean, I'm used to you guys asking about my vagina, but what is my vagina? It's a lovely vagina. Healthy food, good sex, weed, keeps you going. Yes. Lizard people are among us. Snake Plissken's in chat. What's up, Snake? I know who you are. Good to see you in my chat. Is it a lizard vagina? Absolutely not. It's an absolutely lovely, pink, tight human vagina. Looks like Barbie's. Yeah, I'd say that. You're right about that. In Ohio's roads, Disturbed Kitty 69. I like your name. Was just recently in Cleveland, and Ohio needs to fix their fucking roads. Yeah, no shit. Well, you know, because we get such a bad winter, and it freezes the roads, and that causes the potholes and the cracks, and then they don't fix them till the end of the summer. The end of the summer. So we drive amongst it all year, and then it happens again. So Cleveland sucks for that reason. I agree with you. You are correct, sir. What part of Cleveland are you from? Born and raised there. Does the carpet match the drapes? There is no carpet, you guys. It's 2026. It is smooth like Barbie. And if you have a carpet, go get a razor and shave that shit off right now. Okay, so where am I in Cleveland? Kanye East. What's up? You're born and raised from Cleveland? I'm born and raised from Cleveland. So I was born in Fairview Park. Went to school mostly in Westlake and Rocky River. Went to Fairview Park High School. Right now I'm in Lakewood. I'm right by Edgewater Beach and 117th. So Cleveland is literally one street away from me. I'm not in Cleveland, but it's a street away. The last house I lived in before here was Cleveland. Yes, I'm in a Victorian home, you guys. My home is 115 years old. And these are original floors, and that is original woodwork that you're seeing. So I have a very big Victorian home. This is the room that I'm getting worked on today, and that wall over there is getting demoed. So I'm up early preparing for the workmen to come, and they're going to demo a wall. Is the house haunted? No, because I'm a green witch, and I sage. What's the dog's name? Ready for the Browns. No, the Browns they will fail you every time. You guys, this is Baxter. Baxter is a 15-year-old Yorkie with special needs. He is almost blind. Killer's also around here, too. We have the 16-year-old Chihuahua Killer somewhere, too. She gets bad by that target, Kanye. I don't know what that means. I'd demo your walls, Sam says. I bet you would. That's pretty. You're pretty funny. I've never been to Atlanta. Shit gets bad by that Target. Okay, so my husband is also a YouTuber and live streamer. And what he'll do is he'll go up to that Target and film like the crazy homeless people with their signs or them cracked out or them crashing out. So you guys might want to go check out his channel. It's a lot different than mine. I have the chick channel. My husband has the dude channel, and he films a lot of cool shit like that. The name of my husband's name is Cleveland, and to get there, the at is at Cleveland, Ohio 216 Media, at Cleveland, Ohio 216 Media. So go check that out on YouTube, you guys. He's also on TikTok, Instagram. Michael, thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. Am I really married? Yes. The name of my channel is The Real Housewife of Cleveland. Housewife. So I've been married for over 18 years to my soulmate, Skippy. Skippy! Skippy is my husband and my best friend. He used to be my weed dealer before we got together. How do you like that? Oh my God, Jane, that's the worst thing I've ever heard on my live stream. Jane Daphne says, oh hell no, I've got cynophobia, a fear of dogs. That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life, doll. Do you know that my calling is rescuing dogs? I decided not to have human children in my lifetime so that I could rescue elderly little dogs. I can't imagine being, you know what? What is the fear of having children? Maybe that's what I have, because I would prefer a dog any day to a child. And if you look at my house, look, I have paintings by a famous artist of my dogs, pictures of my dogs on the wall. I mean, my life revolves around my dogs. So I'm so sorry you have a fear of dogs. Even the little tiny ones like him, honey, he would never do anything to you but kiss you and love you. Yes, well, I have friendly dogs except for Killer, the Chihuahua. Killer, the 4-pound Chihuahua, will eat your soul alive. She will bite you and kill you. No, so I never had kids, and that was by my choice. I didn't want to have kids, you guys. I was a very, very abused little girl, okay? I was that little girl that my parents hated me. Okay, I was an only child. They dumped me at my grandparents' house, which they were drunk alcoholics for like 4 years, never came for me. When they did come for me, I was being abused, I was being molested, I was being punched, I was being thrown in the basement, I was being ignored. They were having sex parties upstairs because they were swingers while I was sitting downstairs. Like, they were horrible, horrible. So I was highly abused. So as a very, very young little girl, I knew very early in life that I didn't want to have children for a couple reasons. One, I needed to break that chain. I didn't have a good mom. My mother was horrible. I call her Mommy Dearest, and I haven't even spoken to her in almost 18 years. Best thing I've ever done. So, not only would I have been a horrible mother, you guys, and I know that, but I need to work on my trauma that was given to me, and it's going to take my whole life for me to deal with that. So I didn't want children. Children are not for everybody. Children are for people that have their shit together, that have their head together, that had good moms that taught them that. That's not me. So I'm self-aware enough to know that I didn't want kids. Don't feel bad for me, you guys. A lot of people who go through what I went through will just turn up being crackheads and alcoholics in their life and pump out 8 children and have a miserable life, right? So I'm California sober. I haven't drank in 18 years or done drugs. I do smoke weed all day long. It's my only vice. I was very self-aware and got a lot of therapy in my life to be self-aware enough to know that I couldn't have kids and I didn't want kids. Look, if I wanted kids, it would be we'd be having a different story. But I didn't because I went through so much trauma. Not everybody wants kids, you guys. Your mom was a hooker, no kids here. Your mom and my mom probably hung out then. Kids don't want me. Agreed. Kids don't want me. If I had a kid, you guys, it would end in flames. They would end up getting taken from me. They would end up getting hurt. Not by me, but by, something I wasn't doing correct. Or, it just would be a bad situation like it was for me as a kid. And I don't want anyone to ever go through what I went through. So, we're nixing that, not having kids, didn't have kids, very proud of that. And my husband and I have been together for 18 years. right before we got married, I told him I didn't want to have kids. I said, this is where I stand. And he was like, okay, let's do that. And every day now we high five each other, and we're very glad we didn't, because our relationship is very, very tight, and we're best friends. Yes, a lot of swallowing, a lot of spooge on my stomach and on my back. How do you do that? How do you like that? Did I used to do porn? No, I've never done porn. I was a stripper and a foot fetish model for over 20 years. I was in magazines. My feet have been in a couple videos, but I've never done porn. I don't even watch porn. I don't like porn. I have a very good, healthy sex life, so I don't bring porn into it. I love it. Do you guys have sex a lot? We have sex probably more than the normal people do. We probably have sex 3 or 4 times a week. I think that's probably more than most people who have been married for 18 years have sex, right? Yeah, you can see my feet. I used to be a foot fetish model. So I do have matching hot pink with glitter polish on. And I do have amazing feet. I still do have foot fetish customers on my TikTok and some on here on my YouTube. If you do like feet, you should come over to my TikTok. It is the Real Housewife of Cleveland, same as here. I do live stream over there, and I have a longer timeline on my page that you can check out if you want to snoop on me. I don't like porn. It's fucking disgusting. Well, I agree. I don't like porn either. Well, it's just fucking fake. If you want to have good sex, you can't watch porn because it's fake. No one has sex like that, okay? Also, yuck. I think people that don't have sex are the ones watching porn, right? So, that's not me. I'm too busy having sex, you guys. Tremaine Nunn, you are beautiful. Sending you a like to support your channel. Thank you. So, let me just introduce myself on that note, you guys. My name is Jennifer. You have reached my channel, The Real Housewife of Cleveland. Thank you for coming in this morning. YouTube. Make sure you have liked the stream. We need those likes to get the algorithm going. You only have to double tap the screen to get the like going. If you're not subscribed to me, make sure you're subbed up. Most importantly, make sure your notification bells are on, because I go live a lot. And when I go live, I like people to come and talk to me. YouTube, go back. I don't know what happened. I think I sat on the remote. Where did my music go? Oh, here it is. So I'm listening to Nemo's Dreamscapes. That's what the music is behind me. This is music from the 1920s and 30s. This is a live stream on Nemo's Dreamscapes. Nemo's Dreamscapes is a channel here on YouTube. It's probably my favorite channel next to Soft White Underbelly. So go like both those channels. Nemo like the fish. Nemo's Dreamscapes. What it is, it's a vibe. They have live streams of old-fashioned music for like 7 to 12 hours with a beautiful animation on there. So what I'm listening to is, 1920s and 30s music. Hi, Clinton. Hi, Angel Mike. What's the Cookie Monster? Thumbs up to you, Leslie. Deport Oscar the Grouch. If he's not legal, yes, deport him. Have you ever heard of homeless sex? It's fucking intense. No. I mean, are you talking about just homeless people having sex? I assume not. So what is that? Digital Machiavelli. I saw you running around Nelson Ledges. Well, I haven't been there in a good 2 decades. However, in the 90s, the late 90s, I used to literally be best friends with the people who own it. Their names are Evan and Christina. You might be aware of who they are. They bought that place in the mid-early 90s. Me and my ex-boyfriend started hanging out there in the late 90s, maybe 96 to 2000. I hung out there. I was at the Ledges quite a bit. I wasn't camping in a tent. I was in the main house in front because I was friends with the people who owned it. A lot of drugs going on there, a lot of bad situations going on there. They had a little kid there that had Bell's palsy. and they, a lot of the times, were too busy doing their drugs to take care of their little kid in the house. So I would like watch over that little girl who would be like in a little wheelchair or something. And then they would have like Amish people and Mennonites, because there was a lot of Mennonites around there. They'd have them come pick up the little girl and take her for a day. There's some weird shit going on there that I wasn't really down with, you feel me? I loved running around the ledges and smoking weed and doing drugs and stuff, but when there's some like weird shit going on at the main house with children, and it just wasn't for me. So I haven't gone there in a long time, nor would I. Umakar Khan, why are you spamming? The Hells Angels. The Hells Angels do love Nelson's Ledges, at least they did back in the day. And it was a very racist place because of that, right? Do you remember they used to have all the lynching and the nooses hung up in the tree, and if you were a black person, you couldn't really go there. Do you remember that? So yeah, I remember that. Sadie Starseed, I love Soft White Underbelly. Mark is such a great guy. Yes, and I know Mark personally, and I was going to be on Soft White Underbelly, and him and I do email quite often. I was going to be on Soft White Underbelly for my benzo story and my past family history story. Also, he started filming the girl that I was streaming with for the whole past 2.5 years. Her name is Daisy the Venice Healer. She's a homeless woman who's very eccentric, who lives on Venice Beach. She was my best friend for the past 3 years, pretty much, and we stream together here on my channel and on hers all the time. There's numerous videos of her on his channel. So sometimes he would email me, and I was known as the Daisy Whisperer, and he would ask, well, what questions should I ask her about her childhood? What should I not ask her? What's her trigger? And I would be like, dude, wear a fucking helmet. She's crazy as fuck. So, him and I would talk a lot about that. Also, I'm an artist, and I made a doll of Rebecca the tranny, that he interviews all the time. So I do have a Rebecca doll. It is on eBay right now, and it's animatronic, and it's of Rebecca Olson. Not only has Mark only seen it, but Rebecca has seen it, because Mark and Noelle, his assistant, showed him that doll. Now look, if Rebecca wasn't such a fucking methed out, crashed out mess, I would have sent the doll to Rebecca. But no, I'm not going to do that. It's on eBay, and I'm going to make $1,100 by selling it. Mark said he was going to put it in one of Rebecca's upcoming videos, but that was about 15 videos ago, and I haven't seen it popped up. So Mark and I do talk once in a while. We will talk about me and my family. We will talk about Daisy, and we will talk about Rebecca. So I do know who he is very well and personally. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Soft White Underbelly is an amazing YouTube channel. Please go check it out. That's what we're talking about. But I had begun by talking about Nemo's Dreamscapes, so also please go like them too. Very different vibe, both of them. And what's going on today, Sadie? How are you? The Hells Angels. And you love Mark. You've watched Soft White Underbelly for years. Yes, me too. Well, about 3 years. I fell down that rabbit hole about 3 years ago. And shortly after that, I fell down the rabbit hole of Daisy the Venice Healer. And then I started watching Daisy the Venice Healer. Then I started clipping Daisy the Venice Healer. Then she realized that I was clipping her, and she wanted to meet the person who was clipping her. So Daisy and I met. And when we met, it was like explosion of crazy town. And so then we started streaming together and became friends. We are not friends right now, you guys. It ended in flames 3 times. And 3 times I took that homeless prostitute asshole with 30 feet back. And this time I'm not going to. It doesn't mean I don't love her, and it doesn't mean I don't care about her, but she's an asshole. And she's a middle-aged woman who, instead of taking care of her children and her life, is running around barefoot on the beach with meth heads, and I can't support that anymore. For a while, when I believed she was an actual healer, I supported her crap. And maybe I didn't support it, but I supported her supporting it. And as I got to know her a little better, I realized she was a scam artist, fucking prostitute, crazy bitch, predator, child abuser, dog abuser. So I ended up walking away from her. And it took me for her to abuse me numerous times for me to walk away from her. She's not a healer. She is a meth head prostitute with mental issues. But yeah, her name is Daisy the Venice Healer. That's who I'm talking about. What, Jason? George Nori, Coast to Coast, is doing tarot cards? Interesting. Leslie says, I've seen her. She was out there. So are you aware who I am with the Daisy story then? I was her best friend for the past 3 years. Like, I was her only goddess, aside from Mary, who lived there. So I was known as Goddess Jennifer Nana. Her and I did numerous live streams together. I'm known on Reddit as Goddess Jennifer Nana. People clipped me saying how stupid I was to be her friend, and they were absolutely fucking correct. I'm a 56-year-old housewife living in a Victorian home, okay? She is a prostitute meth head who has abused and left her children, who is on the beach calling her tribe every meth head in the world. I used to think she was a healer. She's nothing of the sort, you guys. She just calls herself that. When I believed she was a healer, I had a lot more good thoughts about her. She's not. She uses those words. What she is a just destroyer. She doesn't heal anything. She destroys people and she hurts people. Me included. My hands. So these are tattoos. These are not henna. I am a green witch. So that is one of the reasons I wanted to decorate my fingertips. However, these two right here are memorial tattoos. This one is a memorial tattoo to my father. It says WWB, and this is a flower that he drew me one time. Okay, and this is a memorial to my great grandma. Her name was Lily. That's why there's a lily there, and it has her dates on it. Her dates are 1907 to 1946. I'm gonna say that again. 1907 to 1946. I never met this grandma, but she was very, very mentally ill, and she died of suicide. She was my Greek grandma. This is a Greek part of my history. They came over from Athens, Greece, legally on Ellis Island, and they were naturalized, and they were given their papers and took their little courses to come over here legally. So I also have some mental issues, okay? I'm not suicidal, and I don't believe in suicide, but the fact that my great-grandma committed suicide at such a young age, she had a beautiful, healthy life. She had a husband, she had 2 children, and a nice big home. They said nothing was wrong. The daughter, my Aunt Carol, one day came in after school and just simply walked in the house and found my great-grandma hanging in the living room. She had hung herself. So when I have mental issues, when I'm questioning my mental self in my life and I may have problems, I have this to look at right here, and it's very close to me, and I keep it to my heart. Fuck Iran. Exactly. Steve Moore, who cares? I care. This is my stream, and this is my daily life. I document my life here. So the questions I am asked help me cover my life story. So these people that are asking me questions, they care, and I care. So that's who cares, Stephen Moore. Who cares about you? Absolutely nobody, Stephen. Yeah, Tom Harris has a point here, you guys, and I'm going to read this. The Iranian people are happy about what the U.S. is doing in Iran. The only ones who aren't are white, liberal fucking retards. Correct. And well said, sir. My hope is that these Iranian women can get out of their fucking burqas, out of slavery, out from getting their vagina clitorises snipped off by the men who say that they care for them, and they get out of that country. Hopefully we don't kill too many women while we're busy killing off all the Iranians. I'm MAGA on this channel. I am pro-ICE. I am pro-Trump. I am very, very, very in love with America, and I'm not happy the way it was going before Trump was elected. I've only voted twice in my life, both times for Trump. Okay? Yes, it's so funny how the white liberal women in the United States talk about the oppression and things like that. You want to hear Iranian women to stay in their oppression? Yes. So the white women, well, not me, because I'm MAGA and I'm special, but the Democrat, liberal, feminist white women who are under a veil of denial and delusion, they're doing this for themselves. They're mostly boomers. My guess is they're mostly boomers. They didn't get to do enough protesting back in their hippie days. And what they don't realize is even though there is freedom of speech these days, If you go out in the world to protest, you're not doing anything. You're actually the problem. You're actually causing the problem. Get out of the streets with your signs saying I'm a tranny because nobody cares. We want ICE to take all these migrants out of here and take them back to where they fucking belong. Why? So all of our U.S. people that need those benefits can get those benefits because they're being taken away right now by Venezuelan migrants and that type of shit. Those Venezuelan migrants are also trafficking your children, bringing their own children in here and trafficking them. They're also starting gangs. The Chinese people that are coming in here illegally, what do you think they're doing? Something very different. You know, they already have entire like little spots here in America. That are like little army bases. And there's all these young, strong men from ages 18 to 30 are coming in, and they're not just ending up on the streets. They're going to their bases, and they have a plan, and they know what's going on. So China's coming for us. Watch the fuck out. We don't need to get rid of illegals. I don't want to go pick fruits and veggies. Well, I'm sorry, but the illegals coming in won't even pick our fruits and veggies. All they want to do is traffic our children, rape the women, kill the men, take our homes, and ruin America. So that's really all they want to do. They're not even going to clean our toilets, like Kelly Osbourne said. Yeah, I don't think so. Trump goat. I don't think so. Let's get ready. You guys want to do a little sashi poo with me? It's early in the morning, so let's get this. Are you ready? I don't know what you're doing, but do it with me. Are you ready? Hit number 1. We have 40 in chat and 29 likes. Can you guys get my likes up? 29 likes. We need to get those likes up to 40. So everybody who's in chat that has not liked the stream, double tap the screen. Just tap it. You can hear how sick I am. I'm very congested today. I have to have workmen over and demolish my wall. So we better get stoned before they come. Welcome to my channel, everybody. Make sure you're smoking something or drinking something. I don't drink, but go for it. Yes, it is, Shammy. Yes, it is. We're going to do a little early morning wake and bake. Show us your butthole. Well, you're going to have to send me a super chat for that, doll. Send me a super chat and I'll show you my butthole. How's that sound? No, I don't have an OnlyFans, you guys. I have a husband. So what is a green witch? I'm a green witch. I used to be a black witch, and then I turned into a white witch. Then I turned into a green witch. A black witch obviously does nasty bad things. A white witch obviously does really good things, right? A green witch works with nature. I do not, there's no goddess like Hecate or anything like that that I call upon. I simply call upon nature. I simply work with herbs, flowers, the seasons, the earth. Okay, that's what I work with. And I do cast spells, and I do all that stuff. A witch is a witch. But I would say I'm mostly a good witch. Unless you fuck with me, then I do a lot of jar magic. I will cast spells and put you in a jar. But that's not to harm you. That is to protect me. Okay, so I will do binding spells on you if you are fucking with me. I would never hurt you. I would never... you might have some bad dreams. Maybe you might get a little... Your hairline might get a little thinner if you fuck with me. But that's about it. I would never harm you. I mostly am just protecting myself and working with energy of the planet. I don't work with gods or goddesses whatsoever. I'm also a starseed, so I'm not Christian, okay? I believe in all religions. I believe in spiritual realms. I believe in ancient aliens. I believe, as a starseed, that 22 fallen angels fell to earth, mated with humans, that created another form of people, which was the Nephilim. And from the Nephilim came starseeds. A lot of people think that starseeds are Nephilim left over. So there's a lot of controversy in what that is, and I don't care what that is. I do come from that era. Guys don't believe that shit. Okay? Well, it comes from the book of Enoch, which is actually a real text from the Bible that the Vatican took out because they didn't want you guys to know that. It is actual text from the Bible, so that is real. So if you don't believe it, you might want to educate yourself on that. I grew up Lutheran, and I had to go to parochial school as a little girl. And I used to have to sit there and memorize the Bible from the beginning to end. And I'm very spiritual, and I'm very interested in the creation of the world and how this happened and what's going on behind the scenes and behind the veils. But I knew even in fourth grade, sitting in that chapel, that that's not the real story. That opening the Bible, that's not what's happening. So I do like to research the Bible. I like to watch any podcast on that where people are translating it more. And I can give you a name, Dr. Aman right now. He has a YouTube channel called Lady Babylon. He is the only person on the planet, and he is a Harvard professor. He is also a Satanist. Okay, that's just extra. But he's the only person on the planet that speaks the ancient Greek language the Bible was written in. He is translating it for real. Not like it was translated like for the St. James Bible that you read in fourth grade or whatever, that half was in red, half was in black. No, they're actually translating the Bible for real. And all the parts that they was taken out, the book of Enoch, and what they're finding is the story is fucking way different than what we were taught, okay? And I'm very interested in that reality of it. So whether you guys believe it or not, it's true. And if you're interested in the creation of the world, I would advise you all to go check out on that. His name is Dr. Aman, and his YouTube channel is called Lady Babylon. He's been on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's been on the Danny Jones podcast, podcast after podcast. He's a crazy man, but he's very brilliant, and I want to know what that ancient book says and not what just my stupid religion teacher in fourth grade was trying to tell me because they were wrong. Epstein is fucking you on the island right now? Okay. Well, we're all going to grab a slice of pizza and some jerky and hope that you get out of there. Will spiritualism outlast the destruction of everything we know? I hope so. I hope so. But maybe not. Because the way the world looks right now, it's pretty scary, right? Do I believe in Santa Claus? Yes. Tom says, yes, the book of Enoch is real. Yes, it is. And I actually haven't read it yet, but I do so much research on it via YouTube podcast pretty much that I really am enlightened and I really do know so much about it, but I do need to get it for myself and read it. I hear you can get it on Amazon right now and get it on your Kindle and read it. So that will be the next thing that I'm going to be reading. I do want to check it. Laughing my ass off, the Bible holds lies. Yes, the Bible holds lies. And I'll give you a little inkling into what Dr. Aman says he's been reading. What he's gotten is that Jesus was here, but Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they weren't men. They were young boys. They were young boy children. They were all doing psychedelics. Jesus, the man, was doing psychedelic drugs with these young children. Mary Magdalene had a habit of bringing these young boys to Jesus. Okay, a lot was going on there. A lot is in the text that is very, very strange. It does sound like trafficking was going on a little bit. Whether trafficking was going on or not, there were drugs going on. They used to get these snails, okay, and this is proven. It's in the book of Enoch. They used to get these snails. They would cook them up, and as they cooked them, the snails would become purple. the purple snails they used to put in their eyes. Okay? That's called Christ. The word Christ means to put drugs in your eyes. So Jesus Christ was known for getting these snails and putting these snails in his eyes. And there's references in the book of Enoch about how all of them would have purple faces, purple lips, purple eyes, even the children, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, purple eyes. So they were getting these snails on a regular basis, cooking them and smashing them in their eyes so they could trip. So you take from that what you would like, but I'm going to be learning about it. That's enough weed for today, lady. Honey, we haven't even begun. You don't know me. Christ equals liquid LSD. Close enough? What movie is this from, love? No, this is from the Bible. This is from the book of Enoch. We're talking reality here. And you can look that up. This is not a movie. You look like you were a wild one years ago. Yes, I was. I was a famous club kid. Okay? Back in the 90s and 2000s, I was a famous club kid. Have you ever seen the movie Party Monster with Macaulay Culkin? Okay, Macaulay Culkin played Michael Alec, the famous club kid. Michael Alec was my best friend back in the day. I used to hang out with Michael Alec in a RuPaul. I was a club kid. I was very wild. After that, I was a punk rocker. I was a goth. I was a stripper. A nude stripper. I was a professional foot fetish model. So, a lot has been done. Hi, Australia. Hi, Flying Unicorn Cat. Never heard of that. I thought the Book of Enoch focused on Enoch and Nephilim. Yes, it did. But what I'm talking about is how Dr. Aman is translating the entire Bible, hun. So not just in the Book of Nephilim, but in the entire Bible that they're now retranslating from ancient Greek, they are finding out about the drugs and the child trafficking and the prostitution. It's all very real. You guys don't need to believe me. I send you to Lady Babylon. Go to that fucking YouTube channel right now. Lady Babylon, Dr. Iman. We'll talk about it. He does live streams all the time. He's wild. And he should be wild because he's the only person in the world that knows what's in this Bible. There might be 2 other people that know that amount of ancient Greek, and they collaborate with him. They are not Satanists. He is a Satanist, and he is an eccentric. He is bald. His head is tattooed with satanic symbols. And he talks like this, and he goes, right? And he's real weird, and he'll talk about Jesus, and he'll say, oh my God, it's crazy. And he gets really, really into things. He's wild, but he's very, very well respected in the world for what he's doing. So me, as a starseed and as a spiritual human being, wanting to know where I came from, what's going on in the world, I'm very interested in that, because that's where the answers are, you guys. Do you have any pictures of the naked strip days? Yes, I have pictures of my naked strip days. You can go find me. I was a suicide girl. I was in magazines. Listen to Megadeth, Holy Wars. Either way, I'm game. Brob3 says. Regular drugs or snail drugs? Snail drugs. They weren't doing regular drugs. They were only doing these purple snail drugs back then. I'm not sure what they were calling it. They were calling it Christing. And that's where they're saying that the name Jesus Christ got confused, because Christing is like something you do. It's not a name. So Jesus Christ was Jesus putting the snails in his eyes. It's big news here. Big news here. I'm giving out to the world today. I'm very interested in it, because since I was in fucking 4th grade sitting in a religion class, I knew that I wanted to know about the real shit. And I knew that this Bible that I was being taught was fucking fake. And the story that I was being given every Christmas and every Easter was fucking fake. How did I know that? Because I was a starseed and I have a brain. And I could think. And I was like, something's up here. Way more intense than what they're telling me. I do believe the Bible is a bit of it, and that will give us ideas as to what's going on. turn water into wine and snails into good times. Exactly. I'll look it up, but something tell me it isn't true. Well, it wouldn't be me lying to you, Flying Unicorn Cat. I've been researching this subject and studying it for well over a year. So there are professionals, Harvard professors, podcasters. I'm going to give you a couple names. Danny Jones. Okay, go look at his podcast with Dr. Aman on it. He questions everything you might be questioning right now, and he asks Dr. Aman those hard questions, and the answers Dr. Aman comes up with, amazing. So I'm going to say it again. Don't just look up Dr. Aman's channel, Lady Babylon. Please go to the Danny Jones podcast and check him out. He has had Dr. Aman 2 or 3 times in the past 2 years. I'd advise you to read them all. Your mind will be blown. So I'm not lying. That is true. That is true from the research that I've put into my mind. It's a lot for you Christians, and you Christians will first block this and be like, that's not true. Well, guess what? Welcome to planet Earth. You know, what you have been told isn't true. What do I think of the Shroud of Turin? I don't know. I think it's magical, and I think they're studying it. I'm not sure. You know, if it was over Jesus's body when he rose, like, I don't believe Jesus was human. I don't. Noah lived to be 1,700 years old, okay? His son lived to be 780 years old. Those people I don't believe were human. Something else was going on there. Is the earth flat? No, I don't think it is. I think it is round. I don't believe what the flat earthers believe, but then again, I don't know. How could I know, right? Not everything in the Bible is fake, but yes, it has been altered a lot, and the deception is real. Yes, that's true. I would just like to get the real story, Unicorn Cat, and I feel that what we're reading in today's Bible is such a small piece of the reality of it. Like, maybe the basic story is there, but they have added so much crap in there, and people have changed it so much in the wrong language that it's literally changed the story. So I am interested in the real story. Child trafficking, drugs, all of it. It happens nowadays. Why wouldn't it happen back then? So I do believe it. I believe it because it's proven, and it's proven in texts, and I've seen it. What I don't know is how that all fits into like what I'm searching for, which is, you know, why are we here? What's going on? How did this start? Who's doing what? But I feel like if I keep researching these things, I might get a little bit enlightened at some point. I'm already a little bit more enlightened than I was, you know, before. Do I think the moon is a soul recycler? I don't know. I've never thought about that. Could be, huh? Yes, I'm a redhead, but I'm no one's granny. I'm no one's mom, and I'm no one's granny. I don't mind talking about my age, and I love my age. I talk about it all the time that I love being 56. I don't get Botox, blah, blah, blah. But I don't like when you guys call me grandma or auntie because I worked very hard not to have kids, so I'm not. I'd prefer you call me old lady than granny. And I'm not an old lady, and I'm not a granny. What's up, dog? What's up, dog? You can't get me, mama. I do believe in reincarnation because I have past life memories. And when I was 16, I had to go to get past life, I can't even remember what it's called right now. I had to go, 100%. JVT, 100%. Thank you for the gift. When do you guys do that? I do what the uwu girl does. 100% uwu. 100% uwu. 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 100%. Thank you, JV, for the gift. I appreciate it. So I do remember some of my past lives. As a young girl, I used to have dreams, and I couldn't differentiate between what was a dream and what was a past life memory. So I did have to go to a therapist, a specialty therapist that helped me with that. Past life regression, that's what it was called. So I did that when I was 16 years old. So I remember a lot of my past lives, you guys, and it's a daily thing that that's incorporated into my life. So I do remember being here. I also believe in soul contracts. So I also know that before every single one of those lives, I agreed to it. And I agreed to the trauma that I would endure, even this one. That's why I think this life was so hard for me. I'm hoping and assuming that this is my last life here on this planet and I don't want to reincarnate again. And the plan is to stay up there this time. Any swingers in chat? Gross. Brain says you are the perfect level of crazy. Yes, that's why I live stream. I have a lot of good stories. I have a lot of good life experience, but I'm crazy as fuck, right? You can't do this and be sane. So agreed. Thank you for noticing my craziness. Crazy bitch in the house. I admit it. I mean, I used to stream with Daisy the Venice Healer, so enough said, right? The catcher's queefing. Hi, Lost Cause. Welcome to chat. How old am I? I'm 56. I was born in 1969. Ooh, JV, number 8 sent another one. You must more want. Ooh, woo. Ooh, woo. Ooh, woo. Ooh, woo. 100% ooh, woo. 100% ooh, woo. And I'm jumping on my couch for you. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate you. I love a gift. No, I'm not divorced. I'm happily married. You've reached my channel, The Real Housewife of Cleveland. I'm married to my best friend and soulmate of 18 years. Soulmate. I've known him in other lives. I'm so happy that I found him in this life. In all of my childhood, teenage, and 20s, I was looking for this man. Okay? I always knew that he was here. You're 56 this year? Yeah. 56 is my best year yet. A lot of people will come on here and they'll be like, you must have peaked in high school, you know, to be assholes. No, I think I am peaking now, or I will peak in the next 10 years. I'll tell you what, your mid-50s, it's a different monster. You feel more comfortable in your body, in your skin, in your mind than you ever have. I'm healthier and happier than I've ever been. I mean, look at this. We have abs, we have a stomach, we are having muscles, we work out. You should see my tits and ass. They look way better than what I just showed you. So, summer of 69, exactly. So I'm not divorced. I don't believe in divorce. When my husband and I got married, it was in our vows that divorce is not an option. Okay, we will not ever get divorced. Why? Because I am traumatized by divorce. My parents divorced each other 3 times by the time I was 17, and I endured much abuse and trauma in that time from them having those stupid-ass decisions. My mother divorced my father when I was 3. She married another man right away, okay? She divorced that man within 2 years after he had well molested me and tortured me, okay? And then she dropped me off at my grandparents' house for 4 years. They were drunk every day by 7 o'clock and passed the fuck out from toonie time. Too many martinis. Toonie time was at 5 when Pop got home. By 7, they were fucking passed the fuck out. So I did that by myself for 4 years, from 1st grade to 4th grade. Then my parents decided they'd come get me and get remarried and have a magical little life. Well, they were swingers, so they were assholes. So that magical little life was a lot of sex and drugs for them. And me, they'd hide or lock in the basement or in my room and treat me like shit. I was extremely abused in every way. So, yeah. Divorces ruined my life as a child, and I'm not going to have that crap. I didn't get married to get divorced. I got married to be with my soulmate for my entire life, and that's what's going on. So let's see, we got married on Halloween, so we celebrated our 18th wedding anniversary on Halloween, and we are extremely happy. We've never been happier or more in love. We're best friends. Hi, Tim Hart. Well, that's why I'm here, you guys, is to share my story. I am here narcissistically because this is my diary, okay? Chat, you guys chat. You help bring out my stories, okay? I'm not here trying to make friends with you. You guys are here to bring those stories out of me so that one day when I'm gone, somebody will look at this channel and be like, oh, there's Jennifer. Or someday when my husband's gone and I'm sitting somewhere with Alzheimer's and can't remember anything, I can look back and say, oh, this is my life. This is what I did that day. This is what I did that day. So I've been documenting my life every single day on the YouTube for the past 3 years. My timeline was disturbed because another YouTuber, when I gave her my password, nuked my page and took down all my content. But what did I do? Did I let that stop me? No. I started again. So anything you see on this channel is only from last June. Although I've had this channel since 2007. Most of my content was taken down by a jealous, fat YouTuber. Please save them, like I said before. Oh, Flying Unicorn Cat. What are you talking about? Let me go backwards. I gotta see what Flying Unicorn said. I looked up that Daisy girl. She is wild. Looks like she starred in Soft White Underbelly. Oh, JVT, 100% ooh woo, 100% ooh woo, 100% ooh woo. Thank you, sweetie. She starred in Soft White Underbelly. No, not at all. Mark Leada, just, his Santa Monica studio is a block away from Venice Beach, okay? Daisy kind of ran the beach two years ago. She made herself extremely well known with her bullhorn and what have you. So he filmed her and the meth heads around her probably 8 times. He filmed her alone and did maybe 2 major interviews with her, and then he filmed her once with Rebecca. And if you guys know Rebecca, Rebecca said she was crazy as fuck. Okay, so you may know what I went through. Rebecca met Daisy a few times. Daisy was calling me at my house from 6:15 in the morning till midnight every night. Every day, all day long. You know what she wanted to talk about? Jennifer Nana, are you going to get me in to see Oprah Winfrey this week? Jennifer Nana, can you contact Phil Donahue? Jennifer Nana, I have the best idea. Did you hear that P. Diddy's in jail right now? So he probably has $8 billion, and we can use that for our call to love. And that way, we could free all the zoo animals in Bojo's Venice Beach. Can you get that going, Jennifer Nana? You're my best friend. You're my right-hand man. We'll have a stream about it later. Oh, and by the way, Jennifer Nana, I'm writing a book on Amazon. Let's do it on your live stream every day. Every day we'll live stream, Jennifer, on your page, and we're going to write the book. But the book's only going to entail this. 5 sentences, and we're going to repeat it 27,000 times. What's it going to be about? Biodiversity, freeing the zoo animals, a bunch of other crap, when she should have been thinking about her 3 children that she beat and are lonely and left traumatized at her mother's house. That's what she should have been worried about. She should have been worried about housing and getting her ass off the beach. But she couldn't worry about any of that. She should have worried about my feelings as her girlfriend, that she was coming on my stream every day and talking down to me like I was a piece of shit, like I was her employee, like she gave me lists of shit to do. She's a homeless woman in a tent. I was a rock girlfriend for her. I was there for her. She doesn't have any friends. None. She had Mary. She doesn't even have Mary anymore. Me and Mary are now friends. Okay? All she has is customers, and she calls them kings. Okay? So I don't fuck with Daisy anymore. I don't fuck with that shit anymore. There have been little documentaries made about me and Daisy. You can go to Danny Phantom Live and look on his page. He did the cutest documentary of me and her last time. It actually will make you laugh. Her and I were funny because we would boop on the nose and we would be like, "You're so lovable, Scuba-Doo," and we would play. We would be playful like children. But at the end of the day, I was kidding. I was playing. At the end of the day, she was not. Okay? So she's a scam artist weirdo. Allison's here! And Allison actually knows her. Actually, Allison met her. I am an ex-goddess. Allison in chat is an ex-goddess. And Allison actually met her. Not once, but twice. And Allison is traumatized from it as well. Hey, Sadie. What is going on? Oh, you're talking to other people. I'm sorry. No, I'm not single. You've reached the Real Housewife of Cleveland. So I'm going to show you guys my room now. Allison, pay attention. I want you to see this. Look what's going on. That's the fish tank. So this is the couch in here. Let's go look at the room. Allison, look at my streaming room. So let's go in here. What's happening? Demolition of the wall today. So this is where the couch usually sits. This is where I usually stream. This is where you usually see me. All those pictures on my wall that Janny clips and makes fun of me, says, Cleveland decorates her house like an old lady. All the pictures on my walls are gone. Everything's out of here, except for the TV. I couldn't move the TV, so we just turned it around. We moved everything into this room. Look at the poor Jesus statue. So it's crazy in here. I can't fit anything into my other living room, so we just move it all here right now. Why is this happening? Because 2 summers ago, we had a tornado in Cleveland. During that tornado, we also had a 6-day blackout. Do you remember hearing this 2 years ago? Allison remembers because she was my friend then, and I had to spend half the day at Taco Bell charging my phone. So when that tornado came through, our house moved, okay? We got a crack on our wall after that tornado that we noticed that was about this big, okay? And we thought, oh shit, one day we're gonna have to fix the foundation of this house because the wall just cracked from the tornado. So I stream in this room every single day. This is the only room in my house. What I did notice is the crack kept getting larger and larger and larger and larger. It's so large that now the wall is buckling. So we had to have professionals come this week. Let's look. I'm going to show you where it started. Here's the ground. Here's where the crack started. This is how big it was when it started, and it probably stopped right here. It was no bigger than a foot. Now I'm going to show you what's happened. Up to there. Look at this. Up to there. Up to there. It stops. But look, it comes all over here. Just buckling my wall. Just buckling. This has all happened over this winter. The past 3 months, this has just happened. Look at this. Just going up there. So my whole wall is fucked. So those of you that know me, you know I have beautiful little china cabinets here. I've had to cover them all in garbage bags. I kept those all in there. Just covered them all up. Today we have workmen coming and they're going to demolish this wall. We had them come the other day. I will tell you that there is no structural damage on our house. Thank God. They looked at every wall in the basement underneath here and the walls above. They thought they were going to have to put beams underneath to fix the structure of our home. No, it's cosmetic. Thank God. Thank God. So all they have to do is pound this out, take this down, put up new drywall, and then they're going to paint my whole room. So that's very exciting because I wanted this room painted, and ever since this crack came, I didn't like the little crack. How do you think I feel about this? Now, I wasn't aware it was getting this bad because you guys know I had a lot of pictures up here. But I saw it happening, right? But once I literally saw what was going on this month, I was like, oh, fuck. I thought our wall was going to cave in. I was actually concerned that our home would not be structurally sound and maybe we'd have to leave it. So thank God nothing's like that happening. So what's happening today? Demo over. I am going to ask them if they'll give me the first whack, right? Let me do it. Give me a hammer. Let me do it. And if they do give me the first whack, I'll hit live very quickly and I'll let you guys see that. But this is really bad, and I'm really glad it's getting fixed today. So it could have been a lot worse. We were expecting it to be a lot worse. And the fact that now I'm just getting a new wall and a new paint job in a new room, I think by the end of the weekend this should be done. So about 3 or 4 days of us being in our other living room, it's fine for me. So that's what I wanted to stream about this morning and show you guys. Look at this. It's absolute chaos. It looks like an antique store over here. Just all the tables next to each other. Everything not where it's supposed to be. Poor Jesus. Look at poor Jesus. He's got the ring light. Look, Jesus having the ring light. I know. There's a lot going on. The poor fish. I haven't even fed them today. Let me get some fish food. Let's do that. Can I even get to the fish food? No, I can't. Oh. There we go. I got it. So this is my 30-gallon tank, you guys. Fresh water. Let me move this stuff out of the way. All the plants are real, and I've had this tank up for probably almost 8 years. It is my pride and joy. It's basically organic. I don't use chemicals except for a water softener. Ooh, it feels warm in there. It feels like a bathtub. I should check it. Perfect. It does feel warm in there, though. Killer wants to say hi. Killer's like, I don't know what she's doing, you guys, but she's moved all of our beds around, and I hate it. She's laying in the new blanket from Alicia Holden. Alicia Holden sent us a bunch of gifts. JVT! Say it, Killer. 100% ooh-woo. 100% ooh-woo. Thanks, JV. Thank you for all the gifts today. I really appreciate you, sweetie. 100% ooh-woo. So that's Killer, the 16-year-old Chihuahua with special needs. Killer! Say hi to YouTube. She doesn't like you, YouTube. She'll always look you away. She'll never look you in the eye. She hates the camera. This is Baxter. He's asleep. We're not going to wake him up. He's a Fraggle from Fraggle Rock, if you can't tell. He's a 15-year-old Yorkie. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to do one bong hit, and then I'm going to abandon stream because I got to go get ready for the workmen. But I wanted to bust this stream out pretty quick. Look how pretty it is outside. Blue sky and sun, you guys. I did want to bust this stream out pretty quick and tell you guys about my wall because selfishly this is my diary and I am documenting it. So today's the day I get a new, this is our office, okay? 100% ooh-woo. 100% ooh-woo. 100% ooh-woo. We'll give you a booty shake for that one. Was that good? That was extra. Way extra for JVT. Thank you. I'm going to buy a dab. You're going to take a dab with me? Ooh, I have a dab. Should we dab? 100% ooh-woo. Look, I have a new dab, and do you know what it's called? No, this is not the one. You guys will die. Cinderella's Dreams. Oh, because I do think I'm a Disney fairy princess. So I have a dabs, and it is called Cinderella's Dreams. Let's put some on. I don't have a dabs pipe, you guys. I don't use something like that. So I just put it on and smoke it like a barbarian over the regular bowl. Let's put it on the bone. I shouldn't be saying these words. Oh, I love a happy poop. Joshua Gray, thank you for the poop. Oh, and 100% more ooh-woos. 100% ooh-woo. 100% ooh-woo. Thanks, you guys. You guys are awesome. And you know what? We have 70 in chat and 61 likes. Do you think we can make that match up, you guys? Do you think we can get the likes up to 70 so I see 70? That would be really good for the algorithm, too. Waking and baking. It's 4:20 here, too. I know. Let me light a little bit more champa because the workmen are coming. And I don't want to be super offensive, right? Weed's legal here, so I can smoke weed all day long. However, I don't want to be giving them my weed, so I don't want them to be smelling my weed here. So we're going to light the champa. Do you like champa? Either we love champa or we hate champa. I love champa. So, yeah, I do have a little dabs. So let's put this on. And I'll do dabs with you on the schlong. I have to use other words. 62? Are you 62? I love it. I'm 56. I like to have, and that being said, you must be 18 years or older to be in my chat. I do not allow kids in here for numerous reasons. The number one reason being I don't want kids in my chat. I don't have kids. Stay the fuck out of my chat. Number two, we talk about a lot of inappropriate shit around here. Okay? And it's irresponsible of me to allow kids to be in this chat. So, you must be 18 and older. And I'm not a granny. I'm no one's granny. I might be 56, but I worked very hard not to have kids, you guys. So call me anything besides granny or auntie or any of that. You can call me fucking old lady for all I care. But don't, don't make it sound as though I've had children, because I don't like that. Okay, we're going to put this on. This is called Cinderella's Dream. Could you die? Cinderella's Dream. We're going to put this on right now. I just smash it on here, you guys. You have to work today? I'm sorry you can't wake and bake. Sadie, you're going to live vicariously through us today, okay? But Sadie, I want you to look up the stuff that you didn't believe that I was talking about. Look, Sadie, if I had... And I'll tell you this. When I first heard Dr. Aman and these people, I was like, shit, that can't be real. Yeah, well, when numerous Harvard professors are coming up with the same thing, yeah, it's real. So, and they haven't even gotten the whole story yet. They haven't even translated all of it yet. Hi, Buzz. What's up? Kid-free, indeed. This is a kid-free channel. Okay, so we've got our dabs going. Let's smoke it. Are you ready? What are we talking about, please? So we're talking about everything, but I think what you're referring to is I was just talking again about Dr. Aman translating the Bible from ancient Greek. So if you want to know more about that, go check out his channel, Lady Babylon. That's what I was talking about there. But right now what we're talking about is dabs. Ready? On the count of 3. 0... 1, 2, 3, go. Listen to me. This is a cannabis content channel. It's not popular on the YouTube. But with cannabis content, you're going to get coughing content, and I don't apologize for it. I am 86 pounds. I'm not even 5'1". So when I fill my little lungs with all these dabs, they're going to fucking feel it. Granny, auntie, mommy. Do it again, and I'll ban you from my chat forever, because that's the mood I'm in. Do it again. I triple dog Cleveland dare you. Call me granny or auntie again. The next person that calls me granny or auntie in my chat, I am going to delete you forever. Yes, it will damage your lungs. You can call me Karen, that's fine. I don't care, because I love to be a Karen. Okay, I wasn't kidding, and you won't fuck with me. Every granny in here is getting banned, because I'm done with your assholeness. Okay? Surfboard! Good to see you. Surfboard can call me granny. Surfboard can call me whatever he wants. How about that, you guys? He gets special. Okay, there we go. Another one's going. Test me. Test me, weirdos. Test me, chatters. Because you know what I can do? I can just press a button and you're all gone. I'm the type of live streamer that doesn't need chat. Daisy the Venice Healer once, well, numerous times told me, Jennifer, just turn off your chat. You don't need them. And I was like, you're right. They're kind of annoying most of the time, but I do like a few of them. She's like, just live stream, just talk. You don't need chat. So those of you that are going to test me, I'm going to fuck you up today. Am I Christian? No, I'm a starseed. I grew up Lutheran, but I'm a starseed. You guys, you can call Allison Granny because she is a grandma. Do you see the difference? She likes being called a grandma because she has a grandchild. I don't have a child. Worked very hard not to get one. Don't have grandchildren. Am no one's aunt. So that's why I think it's weird you call me that. Like, come up with something better. If you want to get the point across that I'm old, can't you just call me old? Isn't that just... If you're trying to be mean, just be mean. Because you're doing it the wrong way, right? You're stupid. Oh, I'm used to haters, honey. Trust me, I have clippers. I have had reaction channels. I've had live streams. I have videos out there saying how old and ugly I am. AI, talking about my husband's past legal shit. Don't trust me. I've been through the worst of the worst on the YouTube. I've been doxxed. I've been swatted. Don't matter. So what chat says doesn't get to me, but I don't need to allow what I don't want to be said in here either. I am in charge. I don't have mods. I take care of this myself. Clander69, love the energies. The haters love to hate. You're magical. I am magical. They're just jealous of my shine. I'm used to it. I'm very shiny, you guys. I'm very sparkly. Allison says you are seasoned. Yes. And I learned from wonderful people like you, Allison. Yes, I am smoking a, you know what. I don't want to say the word because of AI. I'm trying to keep this one monetized today. That's why I'm doing it off screen. Oh, absolutely. We share the same beliefs. Sadie says, my aunt has been so supportive. My abusive ex did not allow me to practice. And anytime I was caught reading or studying, it didn't turn out well for me. I'm sorry to hear that. I know I hear that fear in your voice, and it takes me back to when, like, you know. I'm sorry, sweetie. Big Hawk, you're getting taken out of chat. Okay, that being said, we're going to say this again. Am I smoking meth? Yeah, this is a ton of meth in the weed bong, fucking weirdo. No, we're not smoking meth on the YouTube. It's funny that meth is on your mind, though. You might want to take a look at that. I was just going to tell you something, and the meth head made me forget what I was going to say. I wonder what I was going to say. I feel like it was important. The love of your life. Okay. Ooh, Josh sent me an F. I missed it. I missed the F. I didn't see it. Joshua Gray, thank you so much for sending me the gifts. I love you so much. Thank you, Scuba Doo. What is your gay code name? It would be Dog F4CEMF. That is my gay code name. What is the star seed? So a star seed comes from the fallen angels. It comes from the Nephilim. It comes from aliens. I believe I'm not of this world. I believe I am from humans and something else. Okay, that's what I think. And star seeds are all over this planet. And there is supposed to be a sort of awakening. Like around now, a lot of people realize they're star seeds. A lot of it comes from aliens. Now, star seeds mean different things to different people. Mine comes a lot more from angels, okay? Aliens are in there, but a lot of people think that they just come from aliens and that they didn't know they were a star seed, and now that things are ascending and working up, the star seeds are awakening and realizing who they are, and that they're going to actually go back to their place. Okay, that's what they believe. I don't believe that. I just believe I come from something magical that did come down from the heavens and did breed with humans. So that's what I believe. What kind of strain? So we're doing a dabs right now, and it's called Cinderella's Dream. Could you die? Because I could. Cinderella's Dream. Ooh, we love that. Because I do think I'm Cinderella. Do you guys want to see my scary Cinderella doll? Look, she's up next to Annabelle. So if you don't know, I make scary dolls, and I make famous haunted dolls. Like Annabelle. So I do have a reproduction up there of a hyper-realistic life-size Annabelle. In a cage, locked up. Every single thing about this Annabelle is accurate, down to the size, down to the sign, down to this, down to the devil card. So this is my Annabelle reproduction. These are my Siamese twins that I made, and they're demon newborn, hellish newborns that have fangs as well. But here's my Cinderella. I actually have a Cinderella. She actually is Cinderella. Oh, she's a little dusty, but it's okay. This one, she glows in the dark. Let me get her down. She also has demon horns. Let's bring her over. Should she do some dabs with us? Should we have Cinderella hang out with us today? Let's. Maybe she's bored with Annabelle. No, I didn't mean that, Annabelle. I did not say anything bad about you, Annabelle. I love you. It's fine. We don't talk bad about Annabelle in here. Love you, Annabelle. Nothing's wrong. Okay, so this is my glow-in-the-dark Cinderella. Yes, she glows in the dark. I used glow-in-the-dark paint. I can't prove it to you right now because it's bright in here. But if I took her in a dark spot, she glows. She's pretty fucking amazing. I wish she wasn't so dusty for you all. Cinderella. So this is one of my hobbies. I am a pretty successful artist. The name of my company is called Dreadful Dolls. I do have a website, and I have over 1,000 pieces of art on that website. Ooh, did we get a shamrock because I'm Irish and it's almost St. Patrick's Day? Who's your favorite leprechaun? Is it me? I'm your green-eyed, red-headed favorite leprechaun. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it so much. Ooh, Sadie's saying the most beautiful thing. I'm going to share it with you all. She said, it's been almost 6 years, and occasionally I'm triggered, but I've never been happier. I know who I am, and what I'm capable of. I'll never allow anyone to dim my light again. So lucky I found you. You know, and half the reason I live stream, okay, half the reason I live stream is narcissistically for me, and I've said that a million times. But other times, I do believe that my stories and my vibe and my way of thinking is going to resonate with a lot of people. Not that you're always going to believe what I say or agree with it, but I'm a unique chick. You know, I shouldn't fall through the cracks. I have a lot to say, and that's why I picked live streaming, especially when I talk about my abuse in my childhood from my family or the abuse I endured from my ex-boyfriend. Okay, I overcame all those things. Most people don't. Most people become alcoholic crackheads and then abuse their children. I broke that chain. Not only did I break the chain, but I learned about it and I can teach others about it. So if you guys listen, sometimes you can take a grain of salt away from what I'm saying, and that's what I hope. Otherwise, I'm just going to babble here for myself. I have PTSD myself. So can I help you with it? I can tell you what I do to get through my PTSD. So legal is weed here. Legal is weed here. Listen to me, retard. Okay, weed is legal here, but it wasn't 4 years ago. I had a medical marijuana card specifically for my PTSD. So I have PTSD from my abuse. Oh, cream pie, you're getting taken out of chat. Because that's what we talk about here. And if you're going to be so selfishly rude, we're going to take you out of chat. So PTSD is one of the hardest things to deal with. It comes up all the time for me because my childhood was filled with abuse. So you see a Boo Berries commercial on the TV and it triggers you and makes you think of, you know, when you were abused because you wanted a bowl of Boo Berries when you were small, right? So PTSD can come up all the time and you can't control it. So that's where I say that people do it wrong. They go to therapists. How do I get rid of it? How do I get rid of it? Well, you're never going to get rid of it. I'm sorry, because those memories are always going to stay with you, and that's why you're doing it wrong. What you have to do is learn how to deal with the symptoms as they come. Feel them, feel that emotion, feel that pain. Say, oh, I'm self-aware that this is happening, this is why it happened, because this moment in my childhood, take a hard look at it at that moment, and hope that that will desensitize you to it, okay? So really take a look at it. Then next time it happens, you have that tool in your tool belt to work with. You're not like, oh, I wish this would go away. You're never going to make it go away. You can't. You can see 800 therapists, pay all the money you want. You'll never get rid of your PTSD. All you can do is manage the symptoms as they come. Collect tools in your tool belt to deal with them. My tools in my tool belt for PTSD are weed. Okay? If I get overwhelmed from PTSD, I will smoke one and I will feel better. I will take a bubble bath. I will take a shower, and I won't take a normal shower. I won't stand in the shower. I will sit my butt in the tub, and I will let hot water run on me. Why? Because that changes the environment. So if you're having a panic attack or some form of PTSD, maybe flashback even, not anything's going to change that. Weed might help it, but that'll take a few minutes. You know what helps it immediately? Get wet. Get yourself in the shower, because then you're wet. Then you're thinking about that. That is my biggest advice to you. That's been one of my biggest helps in the world. And I talk about bubble baths a lot, but I don't talk about that shower thing a lot. I get panic attacks from my PTSD. And that's how I deal with it. That's one of the things I will do. I will also turn on a binaural beat. There are binaural beats on YouTube just for anxiety. Let's find one right now. Binaural beat, anxiety, PTSD.
Getting that from YouTube.
Watch this. There you go. You got all the things you want. Now I gotta go. The workman just pulled up. Getting my house done. See you later. Have a great day, you guys. Say goodbye to the wall. They're gonna come tear it down. If they let me get smacking, I'll press live. Bye.